Hello 2K camera. I mean nothing to anyone just tuning in, but I've got two cameras running here, a safety copy as a 4K. 4 candles. Okay, I think it's video 74, isn't it? Private Diary of Emily Jade Murphy, age 0, the world's most sarcastic baby, written by me, and we are on Wednesday, February the 16th. This is one of the rare occasions where I actually chose something to specifically to do, because it's just a bit I like. You wondered what I was going to say then, didn't I? I didn't know whether to go back to the Wednesday. Anyway, 5:54 PM is what I was going to say. Sounded like Roger Daltrey singing My Generation for a second there. He's not going to say that, is he? I'm not too sure how the dadsy changes his own nappies, but if it's anything like his efforts to change mine, he must have very little time for anything else in his day. Having gladly, his version, reluctantly under pressure of severe nagging, though truth, volunteered to have his first solo outing this evening, he has stretched a 5-minute job into half an hour, and still has left the mumsy to clear up after him. First he put me on my changing mat, so far so good, and then stood around looking perplexed at all the accoutrements the mumsy had laid out for him to use. This is so far as the good went. Next, having put so many cotton wool balls in the water jug that they absorbed every last drop in it, leaving him with basically a wet sheep, he then surmised that maybe removing my bodysuit first might be the way to go. Said article removed, he then unvelcroed the enclosed nappy and opened it. He then went 50 shades of green. He then looked huffily at the mumsy as she laughed at him. Treating the objet de poo like it was nitroglycerin, he delicately lifted it away, millimetre by millimetre, cautiously using only the outermost parts of his fingernails, whereupon he dropped it business end down on the carpet, whereupon the mumsy stopped laughing. Next he cleaned the relevant area of me, managing to use almost a whole packet of wipes, causing the mumsy to comment that he would have used less had he been washing the car with them. And he then buffed my bottom with a cloth for so long it became transparent. Then came the nappy cream, of which I ended up with so much slathered on me that my nether area looked like a nice wedding cake. All the while the kind mumsy gave out such helpful words as, "That stuff is £10 a tin," and "Would you like me to get you a trowel, darling?" Having scraped enough nappy cream off me as to allow my bottom to actually fit into the fresh nappy, the dadsy then tried to get said item affixed. Despite it only having 2 sides and a top and a bottom, it took 5 goes, stopping just short of constructing the nappy first and then attempting to fit me into it like a ship in a bottle. The mumsy did try to give subtle hints to him, such as the outside part faces out and the top end goes at the top. But the dadsy is not a man to be swayed from his own course, even when his course is further off target than a blind man with a broken bow and a wonky arrow. Next came the replacement of my bodysuit. I have 2 arms and 2 legs. So does it. You'd think it'd be pretty obvious what goes where, wouldn't you? It would be easy if Emily would just keep still, grizzled the dadsy, thereby giving me an excellent reason to do exactly the opposite. Finally ensconced, all that remained was the poppers, of which there are but 4. Having tried more combinations than a hacker trying to break the password of the GCHQ mainframe, and having turned me into a dodecahedron at one point, flailed about like a fish trying to do a Sudoku puzzle, all was complete. The bedroom looked like the Somme, the mumsy had stitches from laughing so much, and how poo ended up on the ceiling I have no way of knowing. The dadsy did look so proud though, beaming like a lighthouse and basking in the triumph of his labours. I congratulated him in the only way I could. I did another poo for him. 5:55 PM. What is a heart attack, dadsy? So, okay, and both the cameras are out of batteries now, and so am I. So I'm going to take a break. That means nothing to you on YouTube land, does it? You'll hear a click now. Oh, come on, what's up with this thing? We got there in the end. It's a long game, this.